Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you guys are brand new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure to turn on your post notifications. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be reacting to, from the MsMojo channel, the top 10 most shocking talk show moments ever. I'm kind of excited to see this because I want to know more than like the few that I know. One of them already from the thumbnail being the Wendy Williams one, which is the one where she fainted live on television in her Lady Liberty outfit. So I don't know what else to expect from this video, but I'm intrigued and excited, and I'll probably laugh. I didn't say I was a perfect person. But I know that I probably might end up laughing. The Wendy Williams one is funny. It's scary, and you know, I'm glad that she's okay. But it's kind of funny. But it's kind of funny at the same time. But I'm just an evil person. It's okay. But yeah. So let's go ahead and check the video out. Here we go.
And Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight.
Oh, I do remember this.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting.
I think that ended up being like a bit or something.
Shocking moments in talk shows.
Not Kanye.
We're a blip in the existence of the universe.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most jaw-dropping interviews, events, and moments from the talk show circuit. Which talk show moment do you still recall in disbelief?
Okay, I actually do remember some of these.
Number 10, Wendy Williams faints. The Wendy Williams Show. During a costume contest on her Halloween episode, Williams gave everyone a fright when she suddenly collapsed. Just moments before,
I don't mean to be a
can
horrible
hear the
person.
struggle in
It's
her
just
voice before her eyes go wide and she stumbles backward, falling to the ground.
Our first caress.
Oh, Wendy. She said, I'm going, I'm gone.
Her staff rushed over
Poor
to
thing.
her
I'm glad
just
she's
as the
okay.
screen cut to
But it's
black
funny when
and
you
went
look
to
back at it.
commercials, leaving
Like, I hope she got a
audiences
laugh out of
wondering
it.
What had happened. When the show returned, the host reassured viewers that this wasn't a stunt, but that she was all right all the same. Ever the trooper, Williams proceeded with her program like normal.
That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out.
Dang.
But you know what? I'm a champ and I'm back.
She was later interviewed by Good Morning America, where she further explained the circumstances.
You know, I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm also going through menopause.
Oh,
Number
poor
9,
thing.
Kanye
I'm glad
goes
she's
rogue,
okay, but
the
it was
Ellen
funny.
DeGeneres Show. Kanye, now going by Ye, has somewhat of a reputation for being a loose cannon when given a stage.
We're creating
You
new
think?
shapes in the world every day, and you know, we're under attack constantly by conventional opinion.
In 2016, he stopped by The Ellen Show for what should have been a run-of-the-mill interview. It starts awkwardly with the rapper giving terribly short answers to her questions. However, when Ellen probes him on his colorful choices of self-expression, he goes on a roughly 7-minute rant that left the host unable to get a word in and the rest of us in stunned silence.
Talk about how many times you've been blocked from being able to excel.
Ultimately, his message was one of unity and tolerance, but he took us on quite the journey with his realness monologue. Eventually, he stopped long enough for the audience to applaud and the host to regain the reins.
You know, I want to...
He's like, I'm gonna pause. Look at Ellen's face.
Conan O'Brien's expensive clapback, The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. In 2010, The Tonight Show became engulfed in drama when NBC decided they wanted to have their cake and eat it too.
We can do whatever we want, and they have to pay for it.
With two popular hosts, Conan O'Brien and Jay Leno, bringing in tons of viewership, things quickly became messy as they tried to shuffle around their time slots. Eventually, the network would take the baton from O'Brien and return it to Leno. Needless to say, it caused quite an uproar. Even Jimmy Kimmel jumped on the bandwagon and took shots at Leno. However, it was O'Brien who got the very expensive last laugh. He decided to spend his final days with the network blowing their budget.
With that in mind, say hello to our new Tonight Show character, the Bugatti Veyron Mouse.
It was outrageous, shocking, but undeniably entertaining. NBC was simply no match for this funny man.
Thank you very much.
That's incredible.
Yes, that's nice.
That's how you make an exit.
Thank you
Spend the
very
company's
much.
money.
Thank you. That's going to have to last me a while. Thank you. That was great.
Number 7. John Oliver forgives medical debt. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. In 2016, John Oliver spent roughly 20 minutes viciously tearing down the unethical and immoral debt purchasing industry.
And if they win, in many states, they then have the power to garnish your wages directly.
The entire segment built up to a stunt that made Oprah's 2004 car giveaway look like child's play. The British talk show host decided to join the biz to prove how easy it is to start a debt-buying company and how few regulations are in place to protect individuals.
We called it Central Asset Recovery Professionals, or CARP, after the bottom-feeding fish.
But instead of collecting the approximately $15 million worth of debt he purchased, he forgave it with one push of a red button. It was an extraordinary moment that left the audience, and certainly the 9,000 people he'd just helped, astounded. In one
Wow.
swift move, he made television history. Move over, Oprah.
It's done! It is done! I am the new queen of daytime talk!
Number 6. Michael Richards apologizes. The Late Show with David Letterman. The comedic actor best known for playing Kramer on Seinfeld left audiences horrified when he went on a racist tirade during a stand-up show back in 2006. Letterman addressed the incident on his show while talking to Jerry Seinfeld. The two then surprised viewers by handing the platform to Richards to apologize.
Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I lost my temper on stage. I was at a comedy club trying to do my act.
The apology itself was super awkward and clearly the wrong forum for this to all go down. Richards rambled through a statement, seemingly unsure of what exactly it was he wanted to say. Understandably, Letterman's audience did not take it seriously.
Stop laughing, it's not fun.
It was so uncomfortable that it really just detracted from the apology itself, and by the end, we just wanted to forget it ever happened.
I'm still reeling from this. It's just been a few days. I don't know yet.
Number 5. Madonna versus
I wonder
the
what he said.
The Late Show with David Letterman. Madonna famously loves to push the envelope, but this 1994 interview was so infamously controversial that it even got its own Wikipedia page.
Listen, all you do is talk about my sex life on your show, so now you don't want to talk about my sex life when I'm on your show.
It begins with the host urging the singer to kiss some guy in the audience. Shockingly, that's not the part that caused a public outcry. Rather, audiences were appalled by Madonna's rather blunt responses and frequent use of expletives.
Money's made you soft.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Because you just kiss up to everybody on your show now.
It's the boom mic.
It
She
definitely felt like there was
let him
some
have
friction
it.
between the pair, with Madonna blaming the host's frequent jabs at her sex life. Supposedly, she refused to leave after her interview and was heckled off by the audience. There was certainly a lot to unpack here, and we're still sort of bewildered by the whole thing.
She won't leave. We can't get rid of her.
Number 4. Andy Dick gets escorted out. Jimmy Kimmel Live. In 2007, Andy Dick and Ivanka Trump were guests on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Throughout the interview, the comedian can't seem to keep his hands to himself, despite Kimmel's many warnings.
Oh, that would piss me off so
I
much.
promise you would behave yourself. I know.
Ivanka's clearly uncomfortable, but she laughs it off and even playfully hits him.
Oh, I would have punched him.
Sugar mama.
Eventually, security gets involved, and with Jimmy's help, Dick gets carried off stage. Later, while reflecting on the situation,
I guess they made it
Kimmel
into a whole
admitted the
bit.
comedian, quote, always makes him a little uncomfortable, and that, quote, you have no idea what he's going to do next. Of course, this wouldn't be the only time Dick would face groping accusations. The whole incident was so disturbing and would have likely been handled very differently today.
I apologize
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Number 3. Crispin Glover's erratic interview. The Late Show with David Letterman.
I would have been like, don't
Sometimes
touch
actors
me.
like to
Like,
perform
who are
stunts
you?
Like embodying a character during talk show interviews. But it's hard
So
to
weird.
tell if that's what's happening here.
Where do you live now? You live in Los Angeles?
Yes, that's right. In Los Angeles, I just bought a nice condominium.
Some believed that Glover was channeling his character Reuben Farr from Reuben and Ed, but others thought he was under the influence of hard substances or just nuts. There's also a theory that Glover simply wasn't happy with the direction the conversation was headed. Either way, this erratic interview was super confusing, and each moment was more unpredictable than the last.
I notice you have something there in the case.
I knew that this was going to happen, and
It all culminated with Glover demonstrating a kick that made Letterman decide enough was enough.
I can kick.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on the top 10.
To this day, we're not sure if this interview was insane or ingenious. Number 2, John
It
Lennon's
looks-
FBI claims.
it
The
looks
Dick Cavett Show.
like it was a bit.
During this talk show appearance in 1972, the former Beatle and his wife Yoko Ono boldly claimed that the FBI was observing them.
They're after us because we talk about peace, you know. I mean, because we want peace, you know. We've said the same thing for 2 years, one way or another, and we believe in it.
The subject arose while the pair were discussing their citizenship and custody battles. At the time, it sounded ridiculous. Why on earth would the FBI care about these two musicians? Audiences thought the idea sounded preposterous and dismissed the couple as crazy and paranoid.
It's no kidding. When we approach people for help, somebody, somewhere, rings them up and says, these people are criminals.
Little did they know, there was truth to what they were saying. Apparently, Lennon and Ono were on the FBI's radar due to their strong anti-war stance. This is arguably one of the wildest and most shocking revelations of all time to have emerged from a talk show interview.
Okay, we have to take a message. We'll be back.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Geraldo Rivera's nose gets broken. Geraldo. The host's nose got caught in the crossfire when a fight broke out on his show.
Oh, God.
Jimmy Fallon missed his shot with Nicole.
Oh, I remember this
The
one.
Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. This was such a surprising revelation that even Jimmy needed to lie down.
I can't believe I dated Nicole Kidman. This is fantastic.
I know, he almost.
Confronts Hugh Grant. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. There was no beating around the bush here.
Well, Hugh Grant has no filter.
What the hell were you thinking?
Drew Barrymore's birthday dance. Late Show with David Letterman. At least she didn't do it in her birthday suit.
God bless her, though.
Oh my God.
A surprise proposal. The Tonight Show with Jay
You gotta
Leno.
love her.
Sometimes we're pleasantly shocked.
Before we continue, be sure
Oh
to
my
subscribe to
God.
our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Let me tell you, the
You'll have
majority of these I
option to be
did
notified
not
for occasional
know.
videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Letterman Scandal. The Late Show with David Letterman. This scandal has so many twists and turns.
Oh, that's right,
that it's
because he did have a
almost impossible
scandal.
to know where to begin.
I have a little story that I would like to tell you and the home viewers as well. Do you feel like a story?
In 2009, Letterman revealed that someone tried to extort him for $2 million after uncovering his sexual relationships with female employees. The host delivered an approximately 10-minute monologue, peppered with jokes detailing what went down, how it was handled, and how his blackmailer was ultimately arrested.
So the idea is if they believe, in fact, a crime has been committed, then they issue a warrant, and that's exactly what happened. And a little bit after noon today, the guy was arrested. Now,
Letterman claimed he decided to come forward to protect the other people involved in this mess. Still, his storytelling skills were apparently so magnetic that somehow everyone forgot he'd just confessed to workplace misconduct. If anything, his boldness was applauded.
and would it be embarrassing if it were made public? Perhaps it would. Perhaps it would, especially for the women.
It's also unbelievably outrageous, and it still has us shook to this day.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about
I
our
remember
latest videos.
I remember when there was also another set of videos that like would basically that came out, and they were like about like a bunch of different like interviewers, and one of them was David Letterman, and like a bunch of creepy type things that he would do or ask his guests when they were obviously female guests when they were on his show. But that last joke was not funny at all. But you know, that's what had happened. I guess that's what had happened. I didn't know like a couple of these. I thought I did, but I didn't. I definitely knew the Wendy Williams one. I knew the David Letterman with Joaquin Phoenix. I remember when that came out. That was so bizarre and so strange. And I guess at the end it was discovered that it was like a bit. He was doing a bit or something, or getting a character for a role. I don't remember what it was. Because then his life completely, fortunately for him, like did a whole 360. But yeah, some of these were new to me. So now I like actually want to look up the actual interviews or what the actual incidents that happened, and actually look at the whole thing. The Andy Dick though one, that one, I would have slapped his face silly, ridiculous. That was like excessive. Like even if he was trying to make like once a joke, it's just you don't even do that as a joke. You just don't like actually physically getting to put your hands or like touch them. That just it just seems so disgusting and so wrong and so creepy and so ugh. Gave me the heebie-jeebies. I really would have just like decked him out on live television. I don't care. I would have pushed him off. I would have caused a scene in that interview because that is nasty. But I get it if she didn't want to make, it's hard when you're like in front of the cameras and that kind of stuff is happening and you don't know how to react and you don't know how to, politely just like tell somebody to stop. So I understand it's really a difficult thing, but that's just so creepy and so weird. But these were interesting. Like I said, I didn't know the majority of them. But guys, thank you so much for watching my reaction video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, like and comment on this video, and make sure to turn on those post notifications. All right, guys, I will see you next time for the next new video. Bye, guys.